blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, thus is your brother Dan Moses or say your support here of TRC Ghana, coming to you with the continuation of our exposés, Testimony, New World, Disorder. Thus is Wednesday, the last day of August, which is August 31st, 2022. Before we begin, we want to welcome each other by saying Akwaba, Allen, Sahale, Shagitam, welcome, Inganjoni, Benvindo, you are welcome, Kuso, Diwo, to San Yusenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Ningalaba, Oyeyi, Malamu, Karebu, Ekabo, no, o San de Zua, Ekwam de Ena, Mitash, Duburo, Pejalo, Bene Ivinit, Barigalut, Vita Iche, Ayubon, Dobodidoya, welcome, Estan, Ozot, Walan, Aluman, bienvenido, Namaste, Swagetan, Kush, Amadit, Baruch, Haba, Marhaba, Wang Haminida, Wang Yin, Nyejeko, Anyamime, Nyejeko, Wezolo, Novio, Miawezo, Akwaba to the program Testimony, New World, Disorder. Testimony, New World, Disorder, you know it, we know, as we know, is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and lies. Willful lies that are made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world for the past 17 years. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World, Disorder. And by their wickedness, they have brought humanity and the nations of the world into this total global helplessness, with the center of the global evil being Ghana, the government of Nana Addo Akufo, and their evil and wicked counterparts hiding in America. They are doing this to your nation and the nations of the world. But we need to understand that the ulterior agenda that they are pursuing against the human race, Ghana, America, Europe, Asia, Australia, all of us, their ulterior agenda is to take over your soul, my soul, the souls of all of us on the nations of the world. So, you are in a moment that you ought to make a decision. Nobody can make it for you. Make it yourself as to whether you will let the soul takers upon all the coward secret terrorism against us, you would allow them to take over your soul and lead you to damnation in hellfire, or you would give your soul over to the maker of your soul to take over your soul. Then after life here on earth, you will enjoy with him in eternity in glory. I have made my decision. Christ Jesus is my Lord, and I want to gladly commend him to you that life in damnation invented, engineered, orchestrated for you by the new terrorists, the wicked of the world, shall not be your portion. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World, Disorder. Blessed ones, we need to understand that God has not left us helpless. Therefore, amidst this bizarre global situation and global wickedness against humanity, we, by the grace of God, get to receive some divine guide, divine direction, divine insight that we may know what to do. So this is expose part 166, in which we have understood all the first part in each series. Either it's first and second part, but final part is what to do. But this part is going to give us, make plain to us the bizarre situation of your nation, my nation, and the nations of the world. The helplessness, the wickedness, the evil being pursued, and the final part will be what to do. So Akwaba to part 166, where we make plain the bizarre evils being pursued against Ghana, against the Ghanaian people, against humanity and the nations of the world, against my family, against my innocent life, against my two tortured and abducted children. Grace Ohima Sapodi and Elizabeth Sarkodie by this dangerous US undercover agent, the most dangerous terrorist in the history of the world, Nana Addo Akufo Addo. Obia Wodin, everybody has a name, so we mention names here. Akwa to the program, testimony, you know that Jesus has a name. Because of Jesus Christ, of my Lord, because of his good works. Judas Iscariot has a name, so we know the differences. You understand? The Bible is not a book of myth or history book. Akwa to the program, it's full of wisdom. Akwa to the program, testimony, new world. So blessed ones of the nations of the world. We can testify that last week Friday we never received any expose. I have made some announcement for us on this page for us to understand how the coward secret killers, the government of Joe Biden, and I said once coward secret killer, the new terrorist of Ghana, the government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, and his willful crime covering counterpart Joe Biden in America have taken their evil to the extent of they trying to prevent us from continuing the exposés. We should not forget that a few days ago I had to depart from this home because they have been diligent orchestrating Sigma assassination. You know that. Blessed ones. The reason why we didn't receive any exposés last week, we are going to understand better from this exposé. Akwa to the program, testimony, the world disorder, humanity and the nations of the world. Whether we are in Europe, Australia, America, Ghana, Asia, Africa, whichever part of the world that we are in, though we are being taunted with fake news here and there, willful delusion, deception, and lies by which the center of such evils are Ghana, the government of Nana Addo Akufo, and their global stakes that are confederated in America. Yes, you must understand that. So let's get this as well. Blessed ones, we have no doubt that amidst all their confusion and taunting is on our minds and the terrorism, medical terrorism against us, I have, by the grace of God, made us to understand that the medical terrorism that was suffered by Ghana, Africa, Europe, and the nations of the world, beginning October, November 2019, the origin of that evil was Ghana and the government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo. And it is not Wuhan lab, China, and it is not China, my coded name by the global evil states. One is China, the other is Russia. There are a whole lot of them because of the evils of the US and their hatred. So let's get that clear. I have blown the whistle to us in US that the center of the global evil is Ghana. The medical terrorism is Ghana. Forget about the accusation of China and forget about the Russia, Ukraine, or all diversionary tactics. Let's get it clear. In 2019, 2018, 30th of December 2018, the greatest terrorist, Nana Addo Akufo Addo, supported by the Ghana Police Service, the CID, police headquarters, and the CID, who had put me under secret surveillance in Ghana, terrorizing me and seeking to get me assassinated, took their evil plot into the house of God with their foreign states, and they barbarously assassinated my Reverend Dr. David Nabemado in the house of God. Brutal. Okay. After that, In 2019, they stepped up their evil of seeking to get me eliminated from life by starting to kill my family members one after the other, beginning September 27, 2019. Within 5 weeks, they have killed 2 of my family members, with the last one that they killed within 5 weeks being my uncle Nana Daniel Okweji on the 6th of November 2019. Because after between September 2019 and September November 6th, 2000, I had to flee Ghana for the US. America, Africa, Ghana, humanity, and the nations of the world. It was in US that I was blowing the whistle at the White House, calling on humanity and the nations as to how the government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, their global state, have started killing my family members one after the other in such a shameless evil after killing my pastor. That was the root cause of they quickly orchestrating the global terrorism to divert their attention from their heinous crimes of hating me for 17 years and deciding to kill my family members one after the other and terrorizing us medically. In 2021, Joe Biden and the same Akufo Addo took their hatred for me upon the entire human race, the American people, Europeans, Egypt, United, all of us, Canada, all of us, terrorizing us medically while they make noise for Russia, China, Wuhan, with their nonsense against humanity to divert our attention from our evil. America, Ghana, humanity, and the nations of the world. My family continue to be the biggest victim of all the terrorism that was being engaged against us. They were exploiting my family members, willing members of the family, to cover up the killing of my family members one after the other. The greatest victim of the family became my precious brother called Nana Kojo Addo. After the killing of my father, the government of Nana Addo, the tribalists and their foreign states decided that they will manipulate my families in Ghana to cover up the killing of my family members, to the point that they did that so shameless that at the funeral of my father in February of 2020, because I had to come back from US to Ghana to bury my father within a matter of months after I had gotten to US, I had to come back again to bury my father. At the funeral, the politicized national security of Ghana, let's get it clear, with the terror government of Nana Addo have infiltrated the funeral, infiltrated the hotel, which I was, the guest house where I was resting. So from the guest house, I was coming to the funeral for the sake of my protection. It was like from Germantown to Gettysburg, so I had to go lodge in the one city away from where the town, my hometown where the funeral was being held, just like Tema and Accra. And the United Kingdom, hear this, I told you the evil government of Nana Addo, but in hating me so much, had to orchestrate with the Boris Johnson administration, send down a witch from the United Kingdom, Beatrice Adoya, into my father's funeral. They infiltrated the funeral, plotted to get me sexed up with the national security of Ghana while my father was being buried. At the funeral of my father, they plotted that. Beside that, my own guest house where I was lodging, they plotted, they infiltrated the guest house to seek my assassination at my father's burial and funeral. I had to flee the funeral for my protection at the surprise of the family. I left the funeral before the family would know that the terrorists wanted to kill me at the funeral. I go over to the program testimony. Beside that, the biggest victim for the since the assassination of my father, right from the funeral, the government of Nana Addo Akufo to cover up the global medical terrorism that they have intended against us, and they were terrorizing us. They had to orchestrate to cover up the years of medical terrorism of the US undercover agents against me. So they had to plot against my innocent brother called Nana Kojo Edu, the son of my precious father who had been killed. And for 3 years, exploit him, medically terrorizing beyond measure. Amidst all that humanity was suffering, my family became the biggest victim, and my innocent brother Nana Kojo Edu suffered unthinkable 3 years of medical terrorism. And as I speak, amidst the evils of the government of Nana Addo Akufo seeking to stop us from continuing the exposés, on the 23rd of August 2022, last week, God said to Nana Kojo Edu, my brother, it is enough. The evils being pursued in Ghana has gotten out of hand. Come home and rest. Last week, I received that my brother is dead. So America and the nations of the world, we have been mourning. My family has been mourning. Amidst all the evil and diabolical agenda to get me assassinated, don't forget that this very terror cell that is being operated by Nana Addo Akufo for the covering up of the crimes. When I was in America in November 29, 2021, they used this terror cell orchestrated with the German town police on the job in the night around 2 a.m. infiltrated the company to try to set me, while I was working alone in the company, to set me up for bomb explosion and get me killed as a terrorist. This same terror, the landlord was part of that orchestration. So Ghana, let's get it clear, the destruction of our national currency, our national economy that is in a bizarre state, it started long before the so-called nonsense of coronavirus diversionary tactics agenda. Let's get it clear. Before the Russia-Ukraine situation, it started long before that. Let's get that clear. Akufo to the program, testimony in all disorder. We know I came to Ghana in April 27th, 2022. When I got to Ghana, the news of my brother Nana Kojo Edu having got into a bedridden situation and struggling for his life in the face of life and death was, I received the message. So I had to go see my brother at the hospital. By the grace of God, he went through surgery, a major surgery. He survived. At my brother's, at a visit of my brother, taking him through the surgery, and the same government of Nana Addo Akufo, Joe Biden, in the interest of this dangerous US undercover agent, went to the extent of infiltrating my room at the guest house, Sewa guest house, Techiman. They infiltrated my room in the middle of 3 a.m. with an assassin, which is that I had to flee from my room, and then that same week flee from Techiman, left my brother that was in the face of life, who has had surgery that same a day after the surgery. I had to depart from my life because I have to be alive to be able to protect the life of my brother. Ghana, Europe, Asia, Australia. If this man is not a terrorist, If Joe Biden is not evil, I don't know what else is called evil. If Nana Addo Akufo is not a terrorist and a coward secret killer, I think that the Al Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS, Al-Shabaab, and all the terrorists, conventional terrorists that we know, they have every cause to refuse being branded terrorists, because the new terrorists of Nana Addo Akufo who operate in Ghana and in America operate terror cells to kill the Ghanaian people, to seek to kill me, and I have killed my family members, take my family hostage to cover up the killing of my family members. They are nothing short of terrorists. United Nations, on this 31st of August 2022, I declare to the whole world and to the nations of the world that Nana Addo Akufo is a terrorist. The new terrorists of Ghana, they are terrorists, and we must, by courage, call a spade and not a big spoon. Terrorists are terrorists. There are no good terrorists and bad terrorists, irrespective of the fact that they are the allies, partners, grand partners of Joe Biden and his administration. You understand? America, let's tell Joe Biden that the new terrorists, they are terrorists. That is all they are. And that is what we shall call them. We are mourning my brother, so we shall end here. Europe, Asia, Africa. It is my turn to mourn again, but we know God is a just God. And the new terrorists are tickling themselves by calling the killing of my family members peace. But you know, I know, we know that the God of the Bible is a just God, and his word says that to the wicked there is no peace. To the wicked of Ghana, the tribalists and the evil coward secret killers, they cannot do this to humanity, Ghana and the nations of the world, and call it peace. United Nations, we know we cannot call this peace. So too, it is my turn to mourn, but we know that the human race belongs. Therefore, whether we are in America, Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, and the nation, you will stand with me. This is what I've stood with us for years. You are in Ghana, you stand with me in my times of mourning. And we know that it shall be well, and it is well. May the precious soul of Nana Addo rest with the just. On the 9th of September, I'm going for the funeral one more time at Jema in the Bronx Harvard. Let the political national security come infiltrate the funeral of Nana Addo like they did to the funeral at the funeral of my father, to get me assassinated. By courage, we are going there peacefully to go bury my brother. God bless you. And God bless my homeland, Ghana. Bye bye. We shall continue.